Hi, I'm Jay Fadden. Thanks so much for joining us today on This is the Day. And Father Reid, we learn a little bit about Catholic education.
We certainly do, Jay. Actually, Joe Curto is joining us. He's the founder of Catholics for Christ. And Dr. Derry Conley, the president of the Pope John Paul II University in San Diego, is going to be right here in the living room with us.
Kevin, what are we going to hear about in Catholic news?
Well, Jay, we're going to be talking about the upcoming distribution of the palliums to the new archbishops in the world at the Vatican. We also have a story on a recent gathering in support of healthcare for all, and we have a story on some interesting research on the death penalty. So a busy day in the newsroom, Jay.
All that and much more right now on This is the Day. Hello. I'm Jay Fadden. Thanks so much for joining us today on This is the Day. I'm joined by my great friends, Kevin Nelson and Father Reid. And of course, we count you at home as our great friends. Joe Curto is now joining us, founder of Catholics for Christ. Joe, how are you doing?
Wonderful. It's such an honor to be here.
Where are you calling us from?
Purcellville, Virginia.
We love Virginia. Tell us a little bit about Catholics for Christ.
Well, Catholics for Christ is a lay ministry focused on helping or coming alongside local pastors and helping them fulfill the mandate that was given by the U.S. Catholic bishops to go make disciples. And as you kind of read through that document, you really see that the focus and the heart of the bishops were to raise up the laity to go out and fulfill the mission of the church, which is to evangelize. And we come alongside pastors to help them energize and excite their people to want to begin an evangelization program and actually begin in the work of evangelization.
Joe, this is Father Reid.
Hi, Father.
Hi, it's a great pleasure to have you with us, too, and thank you so much. I know you're a co-owner of a construction management firm, and people don't usually associate construction management with spiritual awakenings. Can you explain how this all came about?
Yeah, it's a funny story. It kind of began when I was in college. I was a psychology minor, and as I went through most of my psychology classes, I kind of looked at the fallacy of psychology in general. And my last class before I would get this minor, I ended up dropping, which was my advanced psychology class, and took an intro to the New Testament instead. And when I participated in that class, it was amazing. It was an awakening in me that just excited me. And as I started to delved deeper into it, I started to read some of the Catholic documents, and I started to see really the reason why I existed, which is to participate in the sacraments, but also to go out and to evangelize. And I realized that my vocation in life, which was in the construction industry, was my mission field. That our pastors and the priests couldn't get to those people in those places, and that was the role that I had in the mission of the church. And then I started to, combine both of these realities, my spiritual reality with my business reality, and that's how that was born.
Well, you also lead, Joe, a Bible study class, and a lot of times you hear that Catholics really don't know the Bible that well. What's been your experience?
Well, my experience is that, but I find that even though some Catholics aren't Bible literate, they're very God literate. And as we start to introduce the Scriptures to them and what the Church teaches about the Scriptures to them, we definitely see an excitement in them. And what our goal is to not only tell them about the Lord, is we want them to have an encounter with Him. The Scriptures are there. The Church's teachings are there. Is not for us to have information about the Lord, but to actually have a divine encounter with Him. So our desire is to allow them to hear the Word and then give the people an opportunity to be doers of the Word and actually see and have an encounter with God and Jesus through the Word.
Joe, you're in the Diocese of Arlington, Virginia, correct?
Yes, we are.
Now, you're involved in the diocese with the Charismatic Renewal. Could you tell us about that?
Yes, I'm very excited about it. I'm part of the board there, and I've been in the Charismatic Renewal movement since the late '80s, and my heart really has been towards the Charismatic Renewal because I feel the giftings of the Holy Spirit is really the tools that we have to fulfill the mission of the church, which is to evangelize. And I've felt for many years that the Charismatic Renewal groups meet in rooms, and they have prayer meetings weekly usually, and they never really get out of those rooms and get into the be active participants in not only the church but in the mission of the church. So my heart and my goal as a member of the leadership team now is to encourage these groups to go beyond their weekly meetings and to actually get involved in church ministry life and to get out of the church into society and allow the giftings that God has blessed them with to be an example or a manifestation of God's presence. So I'm very excited about it because we're starting to see in Arlington a shift towards that, and it's very exciting to see.
Well, Joe, we appreciate you being with us today, and if people want to learn more, they can go to www.catholicsforchrist.net. And Joe, keep up the great work.
Thank you and bless you, and thanks again.
Bless you too, Joe. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye-bye.